Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. And welcome to Wildermyth, which I have been wanting to try out for a while, and which seems to have slotted nicely into my schedule. So here it is. It's a little warm and stuffy here today. I have got a stew from an old cookbook sitting in the slow cooker. The recipe actually predates the use of slow cookers, so it's been kind of adapted, but it is clearly intended for that kind of style. And here we are. Look at this beautiful game. And you don't seem to be able to see my mouse pointer. Let me see. I haven't done much to test this so far. There we go. Capture mouse. Very good. I wasn't sure if that was going to be an option within the game itself, but that's very cool. A little loud. I'm going to turn this down just a smidge. Let me know how the audio levels are as we go, because with any game that I play for the first time, it's good to have some calibration on how things sound to you as opposed to how they sound to me. I love the art style of this game. You can already get a hint of how they show things with the people in their stock poses here. Have a what a hotfix name. Yeah, they give the patches all very flowery, dramatic names. Possibly pulled from the name generator within the game itself. Now, I have seen this played a bit. It was a much earlier version. In fact, I'm now realizing that I saw this played about 2 years ago now, was when I saw it, because I remember watching it on my tablet when I was in a hotel room for one of my big bike rides, and of course that would have been 2 years ago at this point. So, how's that for milestones? Flaming Death Update patch number 17. Well, maybe not for this one. So there's a few instructions which I've looked through, and I've also got whatever I remember from what I saw before. Music's a bit loud still. Okay. I'm going to turn that down again then. Let's turn it all the way down to about 50%. Might be better once we get into the game instead of being in the starting screen. But I think all this how to play stuff is gonna have, it's gonna make a lot more sense once we actually get into it. And I think the game itself is gonna show us, because we go into new story. The only one that's available to us is the first one here for first-time players. So let's start it up. Main enemy, it's gonna be the Gorgons, and we don't have a choice in that. Difficulty. Oh, they changed the difficulty. All right. So when this was still in development, all the difficulty levels were named after famous authors. So you had C.S. Lewis being the easiest one. It went through J.K. Rowling, George R.R. Martin, and Edgar Allan Poe. So based on the tone of story you wanted, you'd pick an author's name. So I guess they figured they didn't want to count on their players all having familiarity with these authors, but I thought it was cute. Oh well. Alright, well let's see. Adventurer is standard difficulty. The lands are dangerous but won't punish you too harshly for mistakes. Storyteller, focus on telling stories with more control over outcomes. Tragic hero. The world is brutal, combat unforgiving, few survive unscathed, or walking lunch for those who revel in misery. Alright, well let's go with standard. It's cool that they let you customize. Oh, okay. So combat difficulty and overland campaign difficulty are separate. So combat difficulty mostly controls hero health, monster health, armor, and damage. High combat difficulty means heroes are more prone to getting killed in a given situation. Overland campaign controls the pace of calamities, time pressure on the map, and frequency of infestation and incursion. Okay, cool. Don't think we need to play around with that right now. Carved and sewn, all progress is auto-saved and game over is final. No retries, no reloads. Not recommended for your first playthrough. I'll go ahead and keep that turned off. I don't want to fuss around with that too much for a stream anyway, but we'll keep it as it is. No mods. Map seed, there's a random one. Cool. Okay. So here we have some heroes. Future Warrior, Snarky Coward, Future Hunter, Aloof Goofball, and Future Mystic, Compassionate and Intellectual. Windhen, Brenby, and Sunrake. And I think I'm going to assign follower names kind of as I see the personalities of these. I'll pick somebody's name that seems to fit. So let's see who we got here. Wenhin Murray, the Snarky Coward. Farmer, age 20. Interesting. Okay, so gender is set separately from body type and voice. That is good. We have 3 options for gender. Also nice. Also have options for who they're attracted to, or allow random romances, rivalries, and children. Cool. You can change various colors about them, including hair, skin, and what they're wearing. Okay. Stats. Everyone's got health and speed, recovery rates, retirement age. Yeah, so this is something I remember from earlier. From the early version I saw. This game kind of works like any of those RPGs where they give you an age table and they say, well, once you cross over to a certain age, your stats literally change, or you're not the age to be an adventurer anymore. Stuff like that. So that actually will be relevant. Got more stats, which I'm sure will come into it. Personality: coward, snark, romantic, goofball, leader, loner, greedy, bookish, hothead, poet, healer. Alright, everyone's got various amounts. Windhen's got something in a lot of these. Windhen has no relationships right now, but will develop them over the course of his career. Got a backstory. The boy was born in Donniken, fearless rascal. Often guilty of deceits and petty thefts, Windhen was too elusive to punish. One night on the road, his sworn sister wandered off in search of firewood, leaving only a diary of her dreams. The woman never returned. He appreciated the desperate kinds of love that mortal struggles often led to. Okay. They're customizing stuff. Enduring aspects. Okay. So a lot of this, I think, is going to be relevant as we go along. Cool. All right, so let's pick a last name for him. Let's use follower names for last names. And Agito. And I'm gonna standardize capitalization in this case. Okay. Renvi. does not have a last name at all yet. Pick one out. Got less than 3. Nope. Alright, you can customize personality in the stats tab, but not during a game. Okay, so yeah, that's something we gotta do as the person is being created. Though her sarcastic brother found contentment as a tavern keep, Grenvy knew such a life would leave her drowning in the sameness of each oppressive day. Surely there had to be more. She stood her ground to an outlaw once, only to watch the woman's gang murder those who stood around her. She was let live, bidden to remember the price of heroism. She enjoyed playing the hero, even if it was only a game to her. Interesting outcome for that. And Sundrick Slagware. Slagware is a pretty awesome name, but no one on my list is called that, so I keep going a little too high. Oh, come on. There we go. Sunrick. Ham is food. Male, masculine, okay, attracted to women, okay. We seem to have a pretty hetero-cis-normative group here. Let's have our mystic mix it up a bit. You can be attracted to anyone. And your history is... Raised in a wealthy militia family, Sunrick studied tactical texts and sought ways to apply them, even at an early age. Always a green fire lit his laughter when he gazed on objects of power. For some reason, his great ambition was to invent the flying horse. And people wondered what qualified as progress. Proud, dark heart, and weird. Okay. Makes sense for someone who's going to be a mystic. Very bookish. Well, that makes sense. Healer, that's good. Goofball, romantic. Alright, starting calamity 0. Sounds good. Alright, so Winhen, Brenvy, and Sunrick. We've got our group here. Let us begin. Takes just a bit of time to put all this together. Get ready. Alright. Gorgonzola. Okay, we're in Ravenblood. This book. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. It's increasingly likely I won't last the night. But that's what books are for, to ensure that our knowledge survives us. Very well then. This must qualify as the beginning. Here in our yondering country, something in the woods is very strange. Quiet establishing shots here. Startled only by the rustle of mice among the thorn, a young man named Winhen takes the seasonal road to the town of Ravenblood. New blankets, new candles. Order a chair made, have the carpenter's kids deliver it. He's making his plans. I'll be too cozy to move in my shadowless room. Next winter, I'll make everyone visit me. Breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap in the sea. I'm there already, huh? Here's the hard part. Getting Brenvi out of her house in a timely fashion. How many quips and pranks has she prepared is the question. Or not even a... That's... smoke? You know, this always happens. The quiet town is always doomed at the beginning. Fluttering flames roost among the far-off rooftops. Windhen hurries toward town, thinking of Brenvi, a young woman whom he's known since boyhood. Burninated, yes. Okay, now we get to choose. We want rivalry with Brenvi. Like I always tell her, your house will catch on fire someday. If we want friendship, she must have tried to cook breakfast again. Or romance, really running towards the fire. For her. Let's go with friendship. Brenvi, where is everyone? Did you get tired of buildings? Ooh. Okay, so here's our first battle or something like it. So moving, a hero can do a single move, which takes one action, or a double move, which takes both actions. All heroes get to take their turns in any order, and then all enemies take their turns. So a hero gets 2 moves, 2 actions per turn, and then moving can use one or both of them. Okay. Okay, in Ravenbluff, we need to put out the fires. Stand next to a fire and use extinguish to put it out, okay? Well, we're not close to any fires, so just have to move. And oh, we are close enough. Diagonal works. Excellent. Okay, and there are no enemies per se. It's all environmental stuff. And I love this style. I love how it looks like we've literally just set this up on a table and we've got cardboard cutouts of all our people that we're literally just moving around on the board. This is so cute. Okay. And now open the door. Okay. Point, point. Open the door. Any hotkeys here? Our house is still standing, at least. Brenvi, fire out here. You're not sleeping, are you? Knock, knock, knock. Thump, thumpy thumping on the door. He doesn't know. How was I able to move all the way to the door when it was outside the green zone? It was the yellow zone. So I was able to move all the way to the door because that took both actions. I had to tick over to my next turn in order to open the door. It would be a lot more noticeable if there were actually enemies that were taking turns alongside us. And I don't know, maybe if I'd waited around, maybe the fire would have spread. I was not in the mood to find that out. Doesn't know. Door unlocks. Why is no one... Brenvi shoves it open. Hey, do you not smell the... I smell you. Get in here, you lout. Oh. He's in the house. Door slams. Your bow. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the fire from my window. That felt like the safest. Whatever that is. Okay. Actually, there's a monster in the garden. Is that okay? We'll burn in here. Can we... I mean, we could try and fight it? Right. So here, I've got some tools around. You're stronger than I am. You can swing something pretty good. I bet we can at least drive it off. Alright, so... Windhen gets to choose a weapon. Well, I'd like to keep the creature at arm's length. That would get us a pitchfork. Or the pickaxe. If it breaks stones, it'll break bones. Or the frying pan. This is for cooking. Why'd I grab this? Now, just because of recent circumstances in my life, I have a personal tie to the frying pan. Let's go with it. It's too funny. Honestly, a cast iron frying pan could hurt something pretty bad. Heck, if it's cold iron, might even give you a bonus. The Great Tune Tool, yeah, there's that too. It can be killed, right? Or it can't. We'll find out once we open that door. Bow cards, a row. Hooves thrown sloppily around beneath it. It runs staggering, bellowing its agony. Okay, so now our objective is to kill the beast. Let's look around. Where is it? Must be the courtyard. So I'm going to take both turns to move in here. Grenvy. There's some stuff in here that offers cover. There's a fireplace, also possibly useful. Don't think we need to attack scenery at the moment. Spend one action, deals damage to objects and furniture. When the scenery is destroyed, the space becomes walkable. Okay. Grenvy can shoot stuff. Let's wait. Windhen, open the door. Okay, that was a free action. So let's wander out here. Okay, stand adjacent to an ally to wall with them. Walling reduces incoming damage by 1 and does not stack. Okay? Cover for adjacent figures over on the mossy rock. So let's maybe plan on leading this thing over there. Okay, now Grenvy can move. Let's come out just this far, because then she'll have line of sight to the row, and she has to be at least this close, looks like, because there's a line there. She's in the green zone, which means she has one action left. Ouch. Slam. Windhen strikes with his frying pan, knocking the foe to another tile and dealing additional damage equal to the distance knocked back. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay. Winhen has grown stronger. Warriors like Winhen are built hardy, enduring, with a natural aptitude for battle. They develop powerful techniques for close combat. He's now a Greenhorn warrior. Choose an ability. We could go with Thundering Challenge. Once per combat as a swift action, Winhen frightens the enemy, forcing them to spend their next turn running away. Second choice is Untouchable. When Winhen gets a kill, the next attack against him within one turn will miss. Or Vigilance. Winhen's heightened senses allow him to perform up to 2 reaction strikes per turn. I like Vigilance. I think I'll go with this one. Brenvi less than 3 is now a Greenhorn hunter. Hunters like Brenvi thrive in the wild, surviving through stealth and peerless archery. They master their surroundings and bring down large quarry. So her 3 options are Flash Cone. Once per combat, Brenvi throws a flash cone that blinds enemies and deals 0 magic damage. Thrown at an ally, they will be hidden. Second choice is Crippling Strikes. Brenvi's attacks apply 2 hobbled to the enemy. Sounds really good, actually. Or Quelling Moss. Brenvi has coated her weapons in Quelling Moss. Her physical attacks apply Poison 1. Ooh. As an action, she can toss a flask of Burning Moss that applies Poison 1 to all units in an area. So do we want to go with throwing lots of poison around? Or hobbled? I think I'll go with the Quelling Moss. Okay, we got a Stormflint Pauldron with potency. Damage added to interfusion attacks, also factored into some abilities. Sounds more like a mystic thing. All units include those occupied by our folks. That will be something to find out. Interfusion attacks also factored into some abilities. If I had a better understanding of what some was, if I knew it wasn't going to be interesting, then I'd salvage it. Let's give it to Brenvi. Okay, so Brenvi has Silk Step. With an elusive step, Brenvi slips into Grey Plane. While in Grey Plane, she is hidden to enemies and her attacks ignore armor. Okay. And she's got Quelling Moss. All units in an area. Yeah, I'm not sure if that includes Friendly Fire. Okay, and Winhen also has Guardian. End your turn and wait for an enemy to come within range. Hit up to 2 enemies with a melee attack. Kind of an Overwatch kind of deal. Okay. Cool. Flaming Gear is permanent. Sure. Now the gear actually appears on the character. Cool. And that's why we're friends, Winhen. Wow. The creature's death is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. They'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris, some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. We should go. Sunric is alone, unless you think... I mean, I'm not sure who's safer, suddenly. Sunric? He's at that ruined tower by now. Probably talking to spiders or a ghost or something. Or another deer monster. Sunrek will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. In your mind teeth? Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I just think we said we'd meet him. We should. The tower in the hills. You've been there? Yeah, once. Actually, looking at the tracks, they come and they go that direction. Winhen and Brenby follow the pounded path of monstrous feet, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. Okay. So now we get to choose a relationship with Sunrek, looks like. Just be breathing, okay? So we can all yell and go home. Rivalry. And be alive and unhurt for friendship. Or for romance. Sunrek, you said we'd be fine. Don't make me call you a liar. I think it sounds like we've got a rivalry building here. Just be breathing, okay? So we can all yell and go home. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. I know you don't exactly get along with Sunrek these days. Maybe not, no. You know what it is? It's like today. While we clean up what I'm going to assume was his mess, I bet that book mole is up there now. Without a care in the world. Okay, scouting. In order to find sites in the wilderness, heroes must scout the land, which takes time. Click on an unscouted tile to show the scout action. Okay. We can start and pause time here. It's year 1, winter, day 1. 0 days till next calamity card. No infested tiles. Okay. Okay, so we have our character sheet for Sunrek, but find Sunrek at the old tower. The heroes of Ravenbluff are supposed to meet their friend at the old tower. Travel there on the map and scout the tile. Okay. River Willows, Broadleaf Forest. Scout this tile for more information. And Ravenbluff has some icons on it. Let's see what happens if I click here. There's stuff I can do with Ravenbluff. I don't seem to need to prepare a defense or gather there. We're already here. Okay, send a party to scout this tile. I've selected both these heroes. 10 days travel time, 13 days to complete. Okay, let's go. Previous night. The tower where Sunrek had arranged to meet Winhen and Brenby is a place he often used to escape to as a boy. He knows its rooms and floors so well. He could survive being chased through them. And now I wait, I suppose. Dust gets deep as rain puddles in here. Alive is alive, until that beast breaks through. You really are a curiosity to me, beast. Looks like he's barricaded it behind a bunch of stuff. It's a shame about your attitude. It's a picturesque old tower, perfect for a plot twist. There's an elden dignity in the stones. They stand for standing, though it seems they guard nothing. But as the old will tell you, precious things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bones of failure is often the dream that drove it. That book. Why have I never... Yeah, it's highlighted. Easy there. I guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself, huh, Beast? I'm also wondering... Sunric bends to pull it loose. It's shiny. It looks heavier than its slender spine suggests. Very meta. Book titled Wildermyth. Look at all this. It's full of strange stories, the folklore of folk long forgotten. The chained boy? It gives no great insight. It's the uncomfortable story of a boy shackled to a rock by his parents, who sends his spirit free, moving through the links of the chain that binds him. The Jester and the Jailer is the farcical tale of a condemned court jester. She convinces her guard that the world inside the cell is freedom, and so the dutiful guardsman removes her. The Ravenbluff Magician says a magician was born who banged solid rings together so stubbornly that they joined, and by this method she connected all the stories ever told. That last one may have made an impression. Sunric reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book. Something in him feels like it's coming loose, but he can't tell exactly what. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. Very well then. This must qualify as the beginning. Here in our yondering country, Sunric writes. Words are ready. Omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and he's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings. They've crept through his body like the sourceless aches one wakes with. Others are more substantial. Now they seem lightning plain, a promise of thunder. Or in the wild black woods where birds once belled, a hateful silence churns. Well, that looks positively Lovecraftian. Pain lights Sunric's head. Subsides. I made it to morning. He lowers his bleary eyes. His story lies before him in luminous script. Empty pages have sprouted behind it. Why do I feel powerful? He Pulls the spoon from his pocket, or he slides branch from the rubble. It's sturdy. It has a palm-loving twist. Spoon or the staff? I'll go with the staff. Well, beast, it's time. I'm getting out of here. I think it's time for a sip of tea. Okay, foe cards. Rager. It charges without seeing. Misshapen tusks swinging wildly. Use interfusion to kill from a distance. Okay. So, interfuse. Mingle the mystic's life energy with a blaze or piece of scenery. Interfuse targets grant vision and can be used for further purposes. Okay. I can see past things. Got a brazier. Partial cover. The basic interfusion is to steal fire. The restless fire is unleashed onto a nearby tile, burning where it lands and dealing half damage to units it passes through. Okay. Books. Another basic interfusion. Tools are torn into a deadly whirl, rending targets in a nearby area with their tooly teeth. Okay. A display case gets bone lance. Propel a long, cruel lance of bone to impale enemies. A wood pile. Explode a wooden object into a shredding blast of splinter that savages an area. Okay. A forge. Another steel fire. Because it's also stone, you get discus. A stone disc launches at an enemy or scenery, and then ricochets to another nearby enemy, dealing half damage to the second target. Okay, cool. Table, that gets splinter blast because it's a wood. Okay. Well, let's interfuse with... Can't see that out there yet. Looks like... Oh, yes I can. Alright, and that grants vision. I can now see what's in the line of sight of that object. Interfuse with an object, then use the object to attack. Use the interfuse ability to connect with fire or scenery, and different types of scenery give different effects and abilities. Many of these let you use the scenery to damage enemies, okay? Looks like I've got an action left. So I have Splinter Blast now. I can withdraw from anything I'm interfused with so that I can interfuse with something else. I can extinguish a lamp that's near me. That must be a general action. Okay. I don't seem to be able to actually attack the thing yet. Maybe I need to move out or get closer to it. Or maybe all this stuff is in the way. Let's move out and see what happens. Oh, okay. Savages an area, okay. So it won't do anything to that guy just now. I don't think this thing is helping. Let's see what this does. He's running around, okay. May have to attack this scenery to get through. Oh no, okay. I can just interfuse with something that's in here. I got it. I got it now. Okay, well let's try the coat wrap. Splinter blast. There, where it'll get it. 2 damage, 1 armor shredded. Cool. He's still running around. Now the coat rack is gone. The metal bucket would give us shackle, warped metal into grasping appendages that pin a single enemy for 2 turns. He's already stuck back there, so I'm not too concerned with that. Let's go with the bone lance on this thing. Okay, we got him. Alright, as a mystic, Sunric has acquired the knack for interfusing his spirit with earthly things, drawing on these bonds to enact formidable magics. And here's our 3 choices. Choice 1 is Spirit Blade. When allies stand directly adjacent to an interfused object, they gain +1 damage. Interfused blazes can be used to grant nearby allies fiery attacks. That sounds good. Naturalist. Advanced interfusions. With plants and trees. Okay. And Soul Splitting. When Sunric takes damage, for each interfused object, 1 point is prevented, and the object takes 2 damage instead. I'm gonna go with Spirit Blade. Let's go with the offense. Hey, a Welder Belt. Plus to health. Okay, well, Sunric's the only person here, so you can have it. Okay. What is it? More monsters roam the ruined halls and rattle the rotting furniture. Smart. But Sunric moves quietly, sensing his way in the dark. Daylight lands on his wrist. Cool wind soothes his tired eyes. It's still the same world. Closes the tower door, gentle, to make no noise. That was the Mystic's art that I did. Right, tower? Where'd I get it from? Could it have just happened? Is it just one of those things? Things a man's born with that might blossom in his life when he needs them? That's the logic of stories. It can't truly explain anything. I need to get back to the library. Sunric! It'll be useful if I figure it out, of course. Hopefully I'm not endangering anything. Sunric, you bunkhead! Hey, Sunric, something happened? Winhen, yes. Sorry, Brenvy's voice just bounces off my ears sometimes. Winhen and I only barely made it. Yeah, see that smoke on the horizon? That's from the town. Yeah, that's Ravenbluff. It burned? Oh, there's more stuff in the tower. Things are different than they were. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen something quite like this. A monster? Sure we have. We slay monsters. Okay, well, I do magic. Assault Lilathia Tower. You've discovered a new site. It's still under enemy control, though. Click on the banner to assault it. Okay. All three of us. Cool. Winhen looks like he has gained 1 health back during the trip. Sounds good. So hit points are not super numerous in this game. We have a plan, right? What's the plan? I just want to know the plan first. Perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these beasts are, where they came from, what drove them to attack the town of Ravenbluff, but letting them nest here feels like the wrong idea. Clattering noises. That's not a confident face. Sure, well... We can go for either courage or stoicism. Courage would be, back at my house it was pretty simple. Kill the beast before it kills you. Or for stoicism, I just came out of there. If we're methodical, patient, we can fend them off, at least. I'm kind of leaning towards stoicism. Not 100% sure why. Oh, okay. Stoicism. All heroes gain +1 to armor and warding. Alright, so courage would, I guess, probably give us an offensive bonus. Cool. And we have 2 foe cards, a row like before, and a raccoon 1. Scrambling through shadows, its barbed appendages eagerly twitch. Yeah, that's quite a raccoon. Okay, they're giving us a review on action points. Every hero starts out with 2 action points every turn. Different abilities have different costs. And there's symbols on the abilities. Single action ends turn, requires 1 action point, ends the hero's turn. One for single action, costs 1 action point. A swift action, free once per turn. After a swift action is used, that hero's swift actions become single actions. And a free action costs no action points. Okay. Shown in the bottom left. Cool. Alright, here's the door. We've got some stuff. We've got a lamp. Amplify the radiance of this light source to excruciating levels, blinding nearby enemies. Okay, that sounds useful. Wood pile. Okay, let's interfuse with this lamp. Usually I'd have someone warrior-y be sort of a tank. Problem is, he's already down on health and I don't feel like people have much that differentiates them yet, so... Let's open the door. Okay, revealed some stuff. Let's get people adjacent to this interfused object, because we know that helps. Here. Okay, he gets Spirit Blade. End your turn and wait for an enemy to come within range. Hit up to 2 enemies with a melee attack. Okay, let's do that. Okay, Brenvy. If we move you over here, you'll get that same bonus and you'll be able to shoot some things. poison all units in an area, or we can just shoot things. There's a couple enemies there. Ah, that does hurt friends as well. But if I aim for this raccoon, then we can avoid that. Okay, poisoned. Oh, and the raccoon has a ranged attack. Okay. Are you still interfused with this thing? I don't see it. Oh, flare. Yes, it's there. Blinding nearby enemies, but not friends. Okay. The target will miss their next attack. That sounds good. Ah, but that destroyed the light source. Okay. Well, since we know it's going to miss its next attack, let's run up and smack this. Okay. And now Brenvi. Let's get you walled with Winhen here. And you can shoot the raccoon. And it's now poisoned and dies from all the poison it's got on it. Very nice. Cloak of Chivalry. 0.5 armor. Cloak made from layered and woven grasses. Gives a little bit of armor. Okay, well, let's use it to make Winhen more tanky. Oh, that looks good. Okay. The last misshapen creature folds its bones and dies. Blue fluids darken the dust. Why is it that color? It's not regular blood. It's not, and the thing just calmly shuts its eyes. Today has put reality in a spiral, kind of. Yeah. Day drops, day rises. Dusk is sweet, the sunrise sweeter. It's not long before they've cleaned the old tower up a bit. At least there hasn't been a storm yet. I dread all the leaks we'll find. Don't say that, you're just inviting a rainstorm. Even the oldest books say very little of what we've now seen. Monsters come from myths, but where do myths come from? I suppose we'll learn. They're real now. Let's not wait to be overrun. We're a company of heroes now. We'll walk the land, we'll fight. People need us. We'll give ourselves a name. Make sure it's one they'll sing. Sounds like you've thought about this. Name the company. Ooh. We have a few choices, or we could enter our own name. Troop of Ivory Peace, Beasts of the Open Palm, Warriors of Aine. Don't like any of those so much. Our hometown had Raven in the name. Kind of feel like calling ourselves Ravensquad. Let's go with that. True story. A certain long-running game of Exalted started off in the town Ranshire, which got its name because our storyteller hadn't thought of what to call it ahead of time and called the place Randomshire, and we shortened it. This is the kind of thing that happens in a tabletop game. The troop I released B something. Yeah, Ravensquad. After that, the three of them are inseparable. Rumors are rampant. Heroes are needed. This world will be flooded in sorrows, but its defenders are joined by a fire that night. Here follow the tales of Ravensquad. Be remembered. Calamities! Your enemies improve their strategies after every fight. So the row now gains extra health. Sounds like the central meeting area for a murder of black birds. Yeah, they tend to follow battle, don't they? Okay, this monster is now stronger. Extra health. Cannot cancel. Interesting. Oh, so these are different enemy types. Most of which are not in this game. Deepists, Draven, Gorgons, which we have, Morthagi, and Drixel. Something insectal it looks like. Okay. Tutorial complete. Ah, okay. Get legacy points by taking new sites. Recruit heroes, build stations, cancel calamities. Use them wisely. Okay, spend legacy points to do those things. Cool. Once a site is free of enemy control, you can spend some time to secure it. Secured sites provide resources now and at the end of each chapter, which you can use to craft gear at a town or between chapters. Okay. Someone at Ravenbluff wishes to join Ravensquad. Okay. That would cost us some of our legacy points. So we can actually split the party at this point, I think. We could send someone to recruit somebody over at Ravenbluff while a couple of other people secure the tower, though this may be a battle. Remember, kids, cleaning up is about wanting it for yourself, not just doing it because you're told to. We can secure this tower. This site can provide resources now and at the end of each chapter. Spend resources to upgrade hero weapons and armor. We can either investigate thoroughly, catalog everything we find an item, or burn what's not useful, get it shipshape, work faster. Let's do it carefully. Ah, okay. Let's see. Who's got something like charisma? She's got 30. Minhen's got 50. Zermic's got 45. I kind of feel like I want to send whoever's got more charisma back to recruit somebody. Let's take you off this group. Okay, it would take more time if we did that. But I think I'm okay with that. Do that. Meanwhile, Winhen, head over there. 11 days to travel, 3 days to complete. Okay. Everyone's got jobs now. Who do I want to recruit? Cowardly romantic. River Swope. Okay. It's your history. The fable was passed down in the town of Dorspade. It was the story of a boy who saw the world without color and never knew the difference. His name was Norer. He fought his longtime friend for the favor of a local beauty and was soundly beaten. The humiliation ended their friendship and sent him far to wander. He longed to return the world to the way it was in tales of the golden past. Okay. That sounds cool. Looks like we've got another warrior on our hands. Romantic, also a coward. Sure, let's go with this. And let's see what your last name is going to be. STR. Somehow that seems fitting. Alright. And it will cost us 3 legacy points to bring him in. Sure. It didn't take long to trek back to Ravenbluff, and the town still seemed like the best bet for finding another able pair of hands. Wait. It's you. From the heroes? Right. Anyway, I was hoping you'd come back. Everything alright? Oh, everything's fine, and that's just it. It's been quiet in Ravenbluff so far, but I heard those things you said. Talk of becoming beloved figures of legend. And it stuck with me, more than I would have thought. Is that how we put it? I suppose forming a company of heroes can get one a little riled up. Fired up. You were right, though. You imagine how you want people to remember you. If they'll even remember you. And what you're doing feels like how I might want to be remembered. Well, we could use another fighter on our side, if you're game. Oh, fantastic. Glad you offered. Not the most heroic start to a career, having to beg for the job, now is it? Far be it from us to turn you down, then. Ah, okay, he can be anything. Warrior, hunter, or mystic. Let's... kind of like to have more than one person who can survive well in melee. But I think in terms of placement and such, it'd be easier to go with something like another hunter. Let's go with warrior for now. Training montage! Okay, cool. Prepare recruit. Nora needs help getting his gear ready. Okay. "70 days remaining. Oh, goodness. Alright, that's a long time. Tower's done. Research complete. Site safe and knowledge gained. Thorough delving of the mysteries of Wildermyth Tower has proven rewarding. I was mostly just messing with stuff, to be honest. They don't seem to have taken careful stock of who is at which location. The Wildermyth Tower will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Cool. Hides 1, ingots 1, and spell threads 1. Okay. Ooh, we got a silverbark knee pad. I'm not sure why these two are getting the options for that, since that's not the exact set that I left there, but knee protection with a bit of flair. Well, we'll go for Windhen since he's going to be tanking. He needs more block. Might as well use this possibly bug to our advantage. Okay, well, maybe we should scout around a bit before coming back together. You two can go scout it. And you've got a bonus because you've got a hunter with you. That's cool. Pine Forest. Orc Wilds has been revealed. Astral's Records, occupied by lurking Drauven. Okay. Let's finish preparing the recruit. Get everyone together. Infested tiles are unsafe. Infestations increase the strength of the source threat, can ambush groups of 2 or 1 heroes, and over time will spread and turn into an incursion. You can clear infestations by taking out the source or by sending a group of heroes to patrol on the tile. Okay. Drauven are infesting this tile. Patrol or take out the source to clear the infestation. Okay, well, let's patrol it till we can get everyone back together again. Or maybe, yeah, strength 4. I don't want to take that on without everybody here. Oh, but it would take at least 3 people. Alright, well, maybe gather here. Or just add people. Okay, recruit prepared. Nor Great Stir is now a Greenhorn warrior. Okay, so we have some different ability choices here. Backslam. As a swift action, every other turn, Nora knocks an enemy up to 3 tiles away, dealing 1 damage. 1 damage for each armor Nora has. Okay. Or we can have Stalwart. As a swift action, Nora can enable or disable Stalwart, which grants armor and warding, but reduces his speed by 1/2. Ooh. Or Blood Rage. Infuriated by wounds, Nora deals +1 damage for every 2 health he is missing. Ooh. Risky. Well, Stalwart is very tanky. Backslam seems interesting, though. And we're already giving Windhen some tanky gear. We're already kind of building him in that direction. With Backslam, it just sounds fun. Okay, so if I say to assault these records. Go with everyone. 16 days travel time. We should have everyone there. Okay, let's go. We're gonna have to wait till a couple people show up. Okay. Attack. And it's interesting, each of these little bits has a title and a specific author on the dev team. Cool. The sun's fallen and a silver fog floats from the trees where shadows pool. Nora Greatster? That you? Fog's getting denser. At this rate, we'll lose all ability to navigate. Perfect atmosphere, isn't it? Ever heard the story of O'Mitchell the Mountain Ghost? The quiet forms a fence around them, impenetrable. The whirling air almost utterly opaque. Now I'm worried. Winhen, Grenvy, I think we need to not stand here. Let's get to the trees. At least those are solid. I'm not so sure about that. They halt just inside the shelter of the pines, the dark air clinging wet, the trunks they press to dampen their pollens. Oh, the trunks they press to dampen their pollens. This isn't how I don't know, it's fine. And then something vast moves beside them. Slow. Achingly slow. It passes. Too enormous to be seen. Impossibly silent. Unimaginable. Something related to an ent, perhaps? Night's fallen. The fog wanders away, clinging to the felty outline of that gargantuan shadow. So we can choose. Let's find the others. Maybe they saw it too? Maybe they saw it better? Or, I'd rather us take a look now. Trails go cold quick in the dark. Let's go with finding it now. Come on, we won't go far. Within shouting range. Pretty bold, isn't it? The night, emptied of silence, fills again with noise. Crickets and owls and scuttling ferrets. Is it? I guess so. Approximating where the giant had passed, they search. There are no footprints. Or are there? Pools of green light are spaced along between the unbroken pine trunks, perhaps at distances to match the thing's huge strides. Even as they watch, the light pools rapidly shrink into the ground, drying, sinking, perhaps just fading like starlight. Nora runs to stoop over one of these, and scrapes the earth away with the edge of his sword. Careful. Scratch, scratch. He plucks a growing seed from the ground as it tries to burrow deeper. It slips his grasp, but then floats, settling in the air. Muscle, muscle. Growling. Surrounding us, I'm sure. Snatching the seed, Nora secures it in his pocket. This is shouting distance, right? It's certainly worth a try. Winhen! Grenvy! Their friends find them. But so do their enemies. Disorder. Walling provides no armor this combat. Okay. Kind of taken by surprise here. We've got stumps. Stump 1 of a couple different varieties. It moves with a warrior's bearing, barks for the thrill of the fight. Okay, and darts. Carefully and quietly, it looks for an opening and places its next shot. Okay, so kind of hunter type enemies. Oh, stone spirit. Looks like something we can maybe chase and find. Okay, well, let's see. A stump. Flare that. We have wood for splinter blasts. We have stone for discuses. Let's get our warriors out front. Ooh, that was a cool sound effect. And guard against foes. Nora. Get you. Out here as well. Don't know how fast those guys move. Renvy, if we bring you one way around or another, should be able to get cover behind this thing. Ooh, we can also use Silk Step. While in Grey Plain, she's hidden to enemies and her attacks ignore armor. Let's just go with an attack, though. Move here. And shoot this guy. Poisoned, cowering. Okay, and Sunric. He's got things he can interfuse with. Like that log, or this stone. I like the look of that stone. Discus against this thing. Oh, I dodged it. Ravensquad. That sounds bad for us. Slam. And strikes with his frying pan, knocking the foe to another tile and dealing additional damage equal to the distance knocked back. Sounds great. Let's do it. Oh. Flank an enemy with an attack 90 degrees or more from a previous attack that turn. Ah, okay. So if we bring Nora, bring you around to the side. Oh no, over here. Now you can strike this thing. And while Brenvy poison these things out here, but I'd rather take out this thing before it can attack us again. There we go. And let's see if we can discus these guys. Ouch. Alright, let's see. More. Kind of way out here. Have you move around this way, kind of in the back. I think we should be able... we can't do it after a strike, because the strike would end our turn. So let's back slam this guy. Maybe I should have done that beforehand. Come on. Select the target tile. Okay, yeah, that's his turn over. Brenvy, let's see if you can just shoot this guy down. He's also poisoned. Okay, Winhen. You can flank this guy. Oh, no. Not... I mean to move Sunric. Move... Move you here. And slam. Excellent. And now, Sunric, let's have you... Ooh. Let's interfuse with the bird cage. See what we can do with that pinning ability. So, I don't know. These two seem like range, so let's go with a log. Splinter Blast. Maybe we can catch this thing. Ah, we only have 2 turns left to catch the spirit that ran off that way. Okay, Winhen, you run up here. And... sure, guard against foes. Nor, let's do something similar for you. Brenvy, I think you're going to have a hard time hitting anything behind all that cover, but let's give it a try. Yeah, dodged. And Sunric, can we interfuse with something? Ooh. We take the bird cage. And we shackle that thing. Pinned. Okay. Will it not be able to move then? And we took some damage. Nora is not in a good place right now. Maybe we should have him hang back a bit. Okay, Winhen. Move you up here. Slam this thing. Okay, victory. Cool. Ooh, all right. We got the Falcon Orchid. Damage 4, range 1.1, stunt damage 2, a well-made dagger. And bonus if flanking, okay. Interesting. Not actually that much of an upgrade, but the bonus if flanking is pretty nice, actually. Renvi could use it if she wants to go the melee hunter route sometimes. In fact, even a... Oh, okay. And our warriors have some empty slots they can use. So Nora could actually dual wield this. Really, any of them could. If Winhen's going to be tanking, and Nora could flank and dual wield, that would actually be pretty nice. So sure, let's go with that. Okay. Now I'll have to remember to have him actually use that. And Sash of Attunement. Potency. Damage added to interfusion attacks. Well, that sounds like something for Sunric. Cool, I like that leaf design. There you go. Once again, the night air belongs to the sounds of ordinary creatures. Everyone still here? I hate a night battle. Keep knocking into trees. Nora and Sunric recount what they saw. A colossus, striding silently through the silver fog. The others never saw more than the great banks of mist separating them. They make a further search for sign of the giant's passing, but are forced to camp, precious hours from sunrise, having found nothing. Later, you're an enigma, little seed. Nora plants it on a sun-blessed hillside, in a bed of soft earth. Who knows what will sprout? Okay, more calamities. Dralvin gets extra armor. Okay. Alright. That's a second category of monster we've got. Okay. So we can secure this place, or we can maybe go to Leslin Lands. Also River Ashes. Let's secure the place. Don't know about anyone else, but I'm patching my armor first. Investigate everything. Burn what's not useful. 28 days remaining. Okay, I think we've got some time. We do need to regain our health, too. Go ahead and work on this. Okay, a thorough delving through the mysteries of Astral's records has proven rewarding. Time for pie! Ooh. Astral's records will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Cool. Heartwoods and spell threads. Neat. And more crowfeather knee pads. Knee protection with a bit of flair. Warding. Amount of damage reduced from each incoming magical attack. Okay. Let's go for Nora. Actually, it's magical. She's more likely to be out of melee range. Okay. Ooh, there's a couple places. Go to Mossy Field or to Lesland Lands. Scout Hanlup Extractory. We've heard of trouble at Hanlup Extractory, but we need to clear the land first. Okay, well, there's something interesting happening here, so let's go. And people are healing. Locked. Assault Extractory. We must achieve our other objectives before we can face them. Oh, alright. Clear all hostile sites. Can't really take out the source then. Go to other places then. Enemies advance their plans over time, and we can cancel some of these. Or really any of them if we wanted. Grixel's dealing extra damage. Throggy. Get a Watchman unit added. Gorgon, Rager 1. Well, we're used to that thing. Gorgons get a Corrupt Path. Not sure if I want to spend legacy points on it, though. Let's just get rid of... I haven't even seen Thrixels yet. Let's take out the damage increase. Lesland Lands has been revealed. Okay. Salt Fuse of Soapglass. Soapglass, okay. In the deep caverns beneath Fuse of Soapglass. Sunright, keep up. Sorry, but these crystalline deposits are so bizarre. Can't imagine how they came to be here. Besides, the torches are all up in the front. It's hard to see where I'm... Wah! Whoosh. And... Ooh, Vatook. Ow. Okay. What? Where? Wow. What is that? The doughy thing. How long has this been down here? That crystal. So odd. I've never seen morphology like that before. It's jammed in there pretty tight. We can either leave it be or pry it out and take it back for study. Genre savviness suggests we should maybe leave things alone, but this is an adventure. If I can just get my knife in under there. Something's wrong. What's... Arrgh! Oh, we've angered something. What was... Oh no! Sunright! you are. Where did you... What happened to your face? I'm not... There was this gem in the statue. He's got a gem in one eye now. I wanted to study it, but it did something to me. Well, whatever happened, the Gorgons must have heard that scream. Warm up, they'll be all over us now. Okay. Because we're dismayed, all foes get +1 temporary hit point. We've got ragers, raccoons, and rows. Okay. Well, our health is all back to what it should be, at least. Okay. What can we interfuse with? Lots of things. Fungus, we can pin stuff. Rubble. Let's interfuse with this. And then maybe have some people walk forward. I expect to be able to open that before long, but first... this way. You've got no moves left, but Winhen does. You can turn on Guardian. And let's bring these two forward as well. Silk step, since we've got not much else to do. Single action ends turn. Oh. Or just move again. How do I make that work? Slips into groove. Alright, well, maybe I'll have to figure that out later. You can move up this way. Looks like I can interfuse with multiple things, so let's do that. Okay, Winhen. I think you'll have to come up there and open the door. You can guard the door. And Norer. You can come up here. These are two melee things, so I'd kind of like to have them have to come to us. Looks like they can slip past without necessarily coming close here. So let's have you come up here. I'm gonna play kind of defensively, I think. Meanwhile, Brenvi over here. Forgot about Spirit Blade. Okay, yeah, let's allow myself that one. Spirit Blade here and shoot this thing. It's also poisoned. Meanwhile, Wild Grasp. Ooh, okay, we could try that. But we're not really in range of anything that would make it useful. Okay, so let's withdraw from this fungus. And move over here. Interfuse with something nearby that may be useful. Gorgons are leading corrupted land. Ooh. Okay. She dodged some things. Rather not walk through corrupted land. Sunrick. Use Wild Grasp on this thing. Ah, well that worked out fine. Meanwhile, Windhand, you're kind of getting ahead of the group here. But the raccoon's going to be a problem. Don't want you to get swarmed by all the things. Let's see what Brenvi can do. I don't want you standing next to the fungus anymore because there's corrupted land there. You come up this way. Quelling Moss get all those things? Not really. I can't throw it far enough. Just shoot this. Locked. Ooh, alright. Windhead, what can we do with you? Can't really get close enough to really attack things, so let's have you move in and guard. Nora can do the same. Row is nourished by corrupted land. Okay. Fighting in melee is kind of miserable this fight, it looks like. Okay. Charging the raccoon might be not a terrible plan. Okay, Nora, come on up this way. You can get the raccoon. Select target tile. Can I not use it? Oh, I need to decide where to knock him back to. Okay. Oh, alright. Puts him out of range for Windhand, though. stand on corrupted land, but it looks like the only way to deal with these guys. Oh, Nora, you can also run back here. Sure, let's do that. Renvi, sure, let's just have you shoot this thing. Take some poison damage. Sunric, move up here. And draw from far away things. Interfuse with this furnace. That'll be useful. And you're getting Spirit Blade now, so let's go ahead and have you move forward on Gorgon Corrupted Land. That's not good. Let's go ahead and slam this thing. Okay, cover. Everything's kind of running around now. Scenery that gives partial or good cover provides protection to adjacent units. Attacks passing through the scenery have a chance to damage the scenery instead of the unit. Cool. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. Have you just smack this thing. There's that gone. The Fiendry. Where are the Fiendry? Well, some of it we got rid of because of interfusing things. We were too close to this to shoot it. But if you back up, we can fix that. Okay. As for Sunric, wild grasp this thing. Oh yeah, watch this. Okay. That's because these two are rivals. You get bonuses for showing up your rivals. What next? Windhen, you have a fair amount of hit points left, but you can't get all the way over to that guy. So let's just make sure you're not standing anywhere corrupted. Okay, so we took cover, it destroyed the thing we were hiding behind. We're a little spread out again. So, Windhen. I wanted you to not move. Rocks, no cover. Stones, partial cover, okay. Let's have you sneak up a bit. And Nora, you do the same. While everybody else gets within range. One damage to the thing. What can you interfuse with? These rocks. discus against the raccoon. 5 damage. Nice. We dodge the attack. Let's keep our warriors moving forward. Renvi. Head up this way. And shoot the raccoon. Ooh. Sunrick. Let's see. Who you interfuse with. Statue. Do another discus. Sure. All right. Ooh. Cloak of Cunning. Melee accuracy and ranged accuracy. +5 to both. I know what that means. Hunter loot. Phew. That was close. Thanks for blowing our cover. I'm sorry, I was just trying to study it. So now what? I don't know. It feels cold, I guess, but it sees like normal. I guess I learned to live with it. Who knows? Maybe this will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Just try to keep up next time, okay? Okay. The Rager also gets Corrupt Path. Oh, great. Alright. Well, let's see about securing this place. Let's do it thoroughly. We've got tons of people. Time for pie! And we get heartwoods and spell threads. Neat. And a scarf. Warm fur scarf that gives help. Let's give it to Winhen. Well, let's see. Winhen or Nora? Yeah, they're both being tanky, so let's let Winhen have it. Okay. Let's... We know there's an infestation over here. So let's go straight through to here and see it. Takes over a month to get there. But it'll give everyone time to recover. River Ashes has been revealed. Assault Kernic Veins. Okay. Sure, let's get it. What was the guy's name we're supposed to keep an eye out for? Dagborn, I think. Dagborn. From what I know of forest folk, they normally spread themselves out over the landscape. They find each other when they want to be found. These aren't exactly normal times, though. And his wife seemed concerned, anyway. Of course she is. Old Dagborn seems distracted. Starts spending more and more time out in the ruins, watching the goats. Or so he says. I'd be concerned, too. Is that the story? Sometimes he wouldn't even come home at night. The lady seems at a loss. Sounded like they needed better communication, I said. How do you get people to tell you these things? My trustworthy face and sensible outfit. How else? Here we are wandering around in whatever adventurer's mishmash we're wearing. Clouds grow like lichen over the sky. They pick their way through the building bones until a shout rings out from close by. Come on, come on! Up the hill, a man stands against a monument. His gaze darts between the sky. Come on. And the shadows of approaching gorgons. Yeesh. The raccoon looks way scarier up close. We can choose to get around him quickly, or let's sneak in while he's got their attention. Oh, let's not leave him there to get eaten. Ravensquad rushes towards the monument. Charge! Okay, got ragers, raccoons, and roes. Alright. And we're supposed to defeat all foes. Sounds good. Oh, and Dagborn's with us. 40-year-old farmer. What's his deal? I guess we'll find out, because he gets to take turns with the rest of us. Okay, Sunric. Move up a little bit, but stay behind cover and interfuse with this ruined pillar so that you can discus the raccoon. Hit both of them. Very nice. Moonhen. You run up this way. Be tanky. Nor... form a wall. Let's get you up here behind cover. Might be able to use the quelling moss. Yes. Poisons both of them. As for this farmer, who's got very few hit points, we'll keep him nearby, but don't think he's going to be all that useful unless something sneaks up on him. Oh, and things are sneaking up. We got those things, though. These are coming in. Okay. Nor, let's not have you attack yet. Moonhen. You come here and slam this. Now, Nor, you can... let's just have you also strike. Stunned for extra damage. Very nice. Sunric. Let's do something with you next. Interfuse with this log. Perhaps the bones. Let's go with the bones. You can bone lance the row. And Brenvy. out in the open. Still be able to get him if you're spirit bladed up here. So let's keep you at long range and do that. Okay, that went well. Windhen has grown stronger. Awesome. He's now a Bloodhorn warrior. So here's our choices. Your cost, Windhen will counterattack after a successful melee block or dodge. Broad swipes, his melee attacks deal 1 damage to all other foes within range. Long reach, +1 range with all attacks. That's actually really nice. Reaction strikes per turn increase from 2 to 4. Upgrade to vigilance. I actually really like long reach because it seems like we're always kind of chasing things around. Travel trap. Hunter armor. Oh, how nice of you to spell it out for me. For the purposes of roaming around the wild, this somewhat haphazard assembly of furs and light fabrics won't stop too many arrows, but provides a great deal of mobility that ought not go underestimated. Cool. So, Renvi can have that. It's a good upgrade. Placing humble beginnings. That's good. Okay. Clouds begin to disperse, and Brenvi regards the man who is now rubbing his arms and staring at the ground. Sip of tea before I go on. Dagborn? Do I know you? Your wife sends her regards. Sad. So what's the story? Watching the goats? The goats do like it here. They climb the ruins. Those are fancy goats. But that's not... When the forest began to get more dangerous, I thought it might be time to finally use the Stormwell here. This? What is it? Surprised you haven't heard of it. This thing's been on the family land forever. Uncle said it was Kioran. We had stories that it could... This is gonna sound crazy, but that it could give you power. And my family are abysmal storytellers, see? Terrible imaginations. So I thought, maybe they're not just stories. Maybe I could, you know, protect the goats. And my wife, my Elis, if I could get a hold of that power. It takes research, some old family recipes, and time. Lots of time to get a Stormwell to give up its secrets. I didn't want to tell Elis. Rather, she came up with a story of her own. Better than the story of a goat herd trying to wear a hat 2 sizes too big for him. It's a shame, though. I needed maybe one more good storm. Clouds looked promising today, and I thought I could finish the process before the monsters got here. No such luck. It was silly, now that I've seen what fighting really is. I'm not cut out for it. Glad I never told Elis. So now you're going to mount my goats and go home? Yeah. Unless one of you wants it. Significant glances. It's possible. Thunder stuff, huh? The sky's clearing now, but if you want to take me up on it, come back sometime. Ask for Dagborn Bland. Elis, too. We'll feed you, put you up, give you otherworldly powers, forest folk hospitality, you know. Meh. Gorgon gets a Bogmore. Okay. Alright, grant someone the power of the Stormwell. Well, that could be cool. Leslinor Plain is infested over there. We can secure this place. Well, I think I want to investigate that Stormwell. I need to pick one person. I wonder who'd be best suited for it. No idea. He's already got some interesting poison stuff. Maybe go with Windhead. Ah, everyone else can work on securing the place while that's happening. Dagborn and Elis welcomed Windhen and stuffed him full of bristleberry pie and goat cheese while they waited for a storm to roll in. Right, this is more like it. Elis, get your boots. You stay. Meh. Goats. Rumbling thunder. Dagborn tinkered with the top of the Stormwell. Careful. Rain starting to fall. Wonderful. Good sign. Almost there. You call us when you're ready. More thunder. So, what'd you give up? For? The whole heroing. You know, like your goats or your spouse, to name examples at random. Oh. For a while, I thought I gave up security. But then I realized that if things are this bad, maybe the security was an illusion. Not that... I mean, this place is safe. For now. Anyway. Wait. Is that what you asked? There's another Windhen out there, in a different time, who maybe got some goats and a wife. Maybe he was happy. I'll never know his story. But this one's mine. Windhen's musings are sharply interrupted. Crack of lightning! Dagborn! Oop. It's all shiny. It's been a long flower to bloom, but it's quite pretty now, isn't it? Stormwell fills with light, or water, or both. It swirls and spills over the sides. I should have asked this before, but am I gonna have to fight something? Probably not. What happens now, then? Well, that wasn't in the stories. The ancient voices of the Tempest aren't telling you? Ooh. I can choose. Take a drink to reach in or step in to transform my head, arm, or leg. Or I can choose to back out. I will reach in. Winhen extends his arm into the cold water, and shock snaps up through his shoulder. Feeling fades to static, then swells to power. You think that would have looked good on me? Might have made milking goats harder. Let's look at your character sheet then. Okay, he's got a stormy, lightningy left hand there. Storm arm. Action, jump jolt. 4 magic damage, 5 range. Lightning surges through up to 2 foes, dealing half damage to the second. Stuns on stunt. Unlimited power! Alright, awesome. So he's a warrior, but he's got some long-range stuff going on. We're kind of almost going with a shaman tank here. Alright. Let's add you to the job here. Hopefully get it done a little faster. Sight safe, knowledge gained. I was mostly just messing with stuff, to be honest. We got hides and fabrics. And we get loot. Warding. Magical protection. Well, who's got the least of that right now? Sunric, but not by much. Well, let's let him have it. Alright. Probably should swing up this way eventually. This place is right next door, so let's scout it. Ash opens. The wolf price. Ooh. Gleaming weird and golden. The profile of rocky hills catches Brenvy's eye. You feel that too? I swear it's watching us. One way to know for sure. Wolf-shaped mountaintop. Or at least a hilltop. Upon the hill's summit, nothing's waiting for them. What we have found is a pretty good picnic spot. Then it begins. A thrumming. Grows louder and louder until the stone underfoot chatters and shakes. Grows louder till it's a mighty growl, clamorous, thundering. And then it resolves. A voice. I am the one. Voice of a carnivore, cunning and crooning, warning them to run, promising to give chase. One you have hunted so long. Through darks and winds. You have hunted so long for me, and for a sisterhood that should be yours. Do you know my name? It was the gift I gave to your ancestors. They walked my myth over green field and fallow, to the curves and corners of being they walked. Do you know my name? How would I? A blessing earned through ancient service, an oath written in steps and trails, and sealed with a name. You only need to know it. I'll ask you once more. Do you know my name? Lokias! It's like reading a fairy tale from your childhood, only to realize how disturbing it is. Renvi doesn't like knowing the name, but she's sure it's right. Yes, I am Lokias, your wolf god, and now you may take my oath. Abandon your humanity, my girl, and be blessed as wolfkind. So I can accept it or not. Let's go for it. It feels like coming home. Renvi kneels, and beneath her are green light pools. Dandelions rise yellow out of the sparse wind-scraped dirt. They grow old and white, throw their seeds, and wilt to nothing. The god rock she kneels upon hums. It cracks somewhere inside. A shrill, sundering howl reverberates in her skull. Feels like 1,000 megalithic wasps are whining, trapped in this bone jar, teetering on her shaky shoulders. Renvi. And I'm a wolf person now. +4 retirement age. Okay, I guess I get a bit of longevity from this. Okay. Renvi is a wolf person now. Wolf-touched, wolf head. Renvi can now bite a nearby foe with her wolf jaws. Cool. One prairie outpost. Build a station here to earn resources. Sure. Everyone loves new clothes. We should help as we can. So we can choose an outfitter providing hide and fabric. A weaver works provides 2 fabrics, or a tannery provides 2 hides. Can I see? Okay, go back. Kind of like to see. Oh, okay. And I can spend 1 legacy point to do this. Well, let's go for hide and fabric. Let's go for the combo. 15 days to complete. That's not too long. We're about to get a calamity card. Okay, we got an outfitter. Cool. Alright, let's scout Leslinor Plain. Okay, a new card in the Gorgon deck. Extra armor for Morthagi. Another card for the Dralvin. Ooh. Excuse me. The Raccoon Tailspike splash damage. We are taking a lot of hits from that Tailspike. I'm gonna cancel that one. Not going to spend too many legacy points preventing calamities, but we'll go with that one. Okay, go ahead, keep scouting. The prisoner. Sunric and Brenvy went in search of an exile. Sure. Brenvy never told anyone. In fact, she often wondered whether it had truly happened at all. Death curse had been laid on her head as a girl. Words of some weird warlock whose wrath had been stirred. Vulture voice shrieked in Brenvy's sleep, returning each year on the night of a shadowed moon. Many years went by. As summers piled up, Brenvy began to feel a clutching hand at her heart. Death might come any night now, it seemed. So at last she confided in someone. She chose the person she thought least likely to care. This person would make the soundest decisions, she supposed. Cottage is just up this way. They traveled to the whispered home of an exile, an old mystic reputed to have studied curses in their counters. I do wonder... Of course you do. Well, there's a reason exiles got exiled, right? Granted. But let's also remember that those we ostracize tend to possess knowledge we ourselves lack access to. Desperate times demand disparate wisdom. What's his name? The one I heard was Wilburn. Hello? Hello? I heard my name. Shadow-fawned night things, moonwalkers and lostlings, if you creep hungry to my cottage door, away again. I'm no morsel for a tooth, nor treasure for a... Oh... The man shines a light on their faces. Two couth travelers. Ahoo, ahoo, come inside. It's late, but I've got eggs. Okay. They tell this exiled mystic about Brenvy's curse as he fries eggs in a bluish sort of milk, salt, and crushed herbs. Well, classic adventure story. You gotta have blue milk in there somewhere. Curses, hexes, are really extensions of nature. Agents of a wild will, like beasts, like fire. Eating, breathing, destroying. Once a curse is spun into motion, it follows the course of chaos. The trick, then, is to trap it, to lure it out of the life it circles, and bind it within a prison. Sure, I know how to do this, but the cost is always steep. We're low on alternatives, so think we'll do what you propose? For this, there's somewhere you must go. We can set out again in the morning to find what the man has bid them fetch, or we can opt out of this strangeness. Let's go with it. Okay. Have to send these two and we can choose one more. Let's bring Winhen, just in case we can see that lightning in action. Oh, actually, Nora, you stay here. Don't go scouting by yourself. Granite cavern lies before them. Hey, I'm not set on going through with this, you know. Well, we're here. Couldn't turn back now, could we? They make their way down through the dark. I'm not saying we're being fools, but do we have any reason to take that exile at his word? I mean, he seemed to know what he was talking about, which I guess is admittedly strange. Exactly. Worrisome topic to be an expert in, isn't it? Anyway, look. Half-broken wall here, and a chamber on the other side of it. We're able to duck and sidle through a jagged crack in the ancient stonework. It was meant to be sealed, I guess. Mortar and stone crumble still more as they scrape by. How many generations ago? Mortar comes away like cake paste. On the other side... Ooh. That's a cool statue. It looks like... He said it was buried. I didn't think he meant buried. It reads, Everlasting rest now cradles our bright hero, Arya Anastalas, who tore our world from the talons of a hungry evil and gave her life to free us from tyranny. So this jewel we're meant to find, it has to be buried with her bones. So we can decide this is wrong, we're not going to desecrate this monument, or, well, this lady doesn't need it. Let's start digging. Well, in service of the living, I think. I think it's what Arya would have wanted. The pair of them dig in the gray-blue soil and ash. The cave air is cool. Their foreheads steam, and they don't speak. Chop and scuff of shovels, echoes, grunts, and heavy breaths. Deeper and deeper, the hole widening, the soil rich-smelling, smoky and sharp. Crack. Crash. And we broke it. Audible gleaming sound. In the earth where they dug, a green jewel glows brightly. This little gem is what Wilburn wanted? This can trap a curse? We've already done the worst part. Might as well see it through. Senric? What do you figure this means? Uh-oh. Whoops. The ghost shouts wordlessly and attacks. Spectral hero. The apparition shouts and sweeps through the air, swinging a ghostly weapon that connects solidly enough. Alright. Well, let's see. There she is. Fights as a warrior. Okay, well, Winhan, you come up here. And... jump jolt. 4 damage. Very nice. Renvi, you head up this way, fire past him. Ah. Sunric. What can you interfuse with? Maybe this stump. Can you splinter blast it? Yes, in this spot where it'll get her. Oh, she dodges that too. Well, she's a ghost. Okay, 2 damage, 2 blocked. Slam does a little more damage. And that's the end of it. The significance of the encounter will only become clear to them later. Sunric and Brenby take the long trip back to the cottage of the exile. Making good time, but mulling over all they've seen and done. Doubt and confusion creep over them. Still, it's not enough to turn them from their course. Here we are. Finally. We'll get your curse wiped away and we can both get back to our normal, ultra-dangerous lives. Oh. You make it sound nice. What? It'll be fine. Trust me. Fast, a pair of pennywits comes a-calling. Ooh, I feel an itch in my old feathernicks. Baron, we're back. I know. Do I have to repeat that thing about my feathernicks? Here it is. The Dwemerald you sent us for. It's undeniably fascinating. What does it do? Sunric displays the Dwemerald they found buried under the hero's statue. In the air it glows green and slowly pulses with sound, like the beating of vast wings in an otherwise silent sky. How did you hear of this thing? You realize what we had to do to get it? Yes, that's the stone we need. Wasn't it just buried in some old hero's tomb? Yeah. Dot, dot, dot. Right. Well, but come inside, we'll set to work. Back in the exile's windowless cottage, he takes the jewel and coaxes open a sleepy old tome. Translucent pages whisper by. Old silvery ink gleams in candlelight. Curses aren't something we normally see, you know. How hard is this? Yes, casting one is easier than removing one. The way releasing a bird from a cage is easier than getting it back inside. Well, and that's depending on the cage, I should say. I must fuse with the jewel. And with you, Brenby. I'm ready now. Allow me to reach out to you. What exactly will you be bonding with? The implications of such a thing aren't entirely clear. But it seems too late for mistrust. Lielbrand's face goes blank for a moment. The interfusion forms, first between him and the stone, next bringing Brenby in and locking them together in a strange, wobbly light. Brenby feels a shadow presence exit her body, leaving her heart and mind clear. There's a smell of fresh blood. For a moment, pain contorts Lielbrand's face, and wild colors swirl under his skin. And then the shadow passes into the jewel. The bombs interfusing them fade away. It's done. I'm free! He drops the jewel and gleefully crushes it beneath his foot. Crunch. Next, the house explodes. Boom! Lielbrand stands tall amid the wreckage. Ah, delicious morons! Flagrant fools! Feel this moment. Remember this moment! Lielbrand, what? Oh, please, not Lilverin. Call me Volta, Lord Volta of Grey Mountain. For I am the Vulture Lord himself. Allow me to explain. In the days before the rise of the Tree Talkers, the Star Watchers, or the Wave-Wandering Poets, in those scorched and beautiful days, I was Volta of Grey Mountain, who conquered all the lands and peoples within my span. My soldiers were strong and plentiful as the stones. I stooped over every town, farm, and tower, plucked every gobbet of joy that pleased me. And my reign would have lasted forever, if not for a certain acne-scarred thing. A lady is what she was. Arya Anastalis, her awful and cumbersome name. Disguised, she came to me with a beautiful jewel, lied to me, and as I looked upon the gem, she spoke a rhyme. My immortal soul poured from me. My essence was imprisoned within the jewel for eternity, leaving my body, this shell you see before you, powerless, but alive. Over so many millennia, I roved. For untold stretches of time, I was so weak I could barely eat, but I did hunger. Hunger was all I had. It was you, wasn't it? But then things changed. Yes, around the time you were a child, Brenvi, a mighty quake split the earth. The sealed chamber where Anastalis was buried with my powers must have broken. This allowed some of my strength to seep back to me. Unfortunately, the hallowed tomb still repelled my gaze, my steps, my efforts to attack it. Only someone with good intentions would be able to remove the jewel. Ingeniously, then, I laid a curse on a child, one destined to be a hero, one capable of seeking out and exhuming the gem. Once retrieved, I would bind the curse into the prison in place of my own soul, freeing me entirely, and at last. Then it all began and ends with you. Oh, trust me, nothing's close to ending. Soon enough, your whole world will be reborn. As they move to attack, the man is gone. The Vulture Lord has been unleashed. Oh boy. But Sunric is now a Bloodhorn Mystic. Cool. Plus 10 to retirement age. Alright. Wisdom. A bonus to all campaign level tasks based on age. 100% of base job speed for every 35 years of age. Huh, okay. Or Sharpshooter. Sunric deals +1 damage and has +1 range with ranged attacks. Bows no longer have a minimum range. Might have been better for Brenvi. Indignance. Sunric's presence is charged against his foes, dealing 1 true damage to hostile creatures who enter adjacency with him for any reason. That's pretty nice. Allies directly adjacent to an interfused object get +10 stunt chance as an upgrade to Spirit Blade. And Blazing Sword, Burning Arrow changed from turn-ending actions to single actions. That could be nice. Indignance is cool, but we seem to be doing a good job keeping him away from enemies. Wisdom might be kind of a... It might be the kind of thing that's secretly awesome. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like making better use of Spirit Blade. Like any good villain, he talks way too much. Yeah, that was a proper villain monologue, wasn't it? Whew. That was worth some tea. Alright, well, let's get everyone together here. Okay, Leslinor Plain has been revealed. Cool. Midland Ironworks. Alright. All the Sweltering Stars. Nice new music. You'd like to know how they communicate over vast distances to rejoin. That is a good question. I find it kind of amusing that one of the big magical things we set up in a sort of recent Exalted game was just making it so we could communicate with each other telepathically, because yeah, apparently we can't function without cell phones or something. Nice starlit sky here. When the moon's gone, all the stars seem happier. Reminds me of a tavern hall before your face darkens the window. Or, shh, she doesn't know. Anyway, it's a good omen, the brightening stars. Yeah? What's it an omen of? I can't really tell you what they mean specifically. I also think maybe listening is the point. Quieting yourself enough to hear the voice of existence. I feel like it's dangerous. Following signs no one can actually read? Because, yeah. Shooting star? Got kind of a Van Gogh effect up there. Alright, so we've got a chance for various things to happen. Nora can maybe remember a story. Renby can maybe pick up on something. Is this your sign? My guardians, my guides? Anne says, maybe I do wonder. Does she see something I don't? Anne's got it's like a substantially higher chance for this one. So let's see what happens. Just feel like it's pretty impossible, maybe. Follow Starlight and not look like a fool. That second bit's not really important, is it? To some of us? A coolness falls over them. Silence of 100 winks. I'm just... No. I don't want to be distracted or disarmed. That's what I'm left fearing. We'll never see that comet again. It's a conversation Winhen will return to often in his head. It'll only ever leave him with more and finer doubts, but it'll lend him vigor at times, that pondering and soup stirring. On those days you might expect gapless rain. A little doubt can feel like sunlight. Slight health bonus. Cool. Stunt chance doubled. Insight. Neat. Dice, ragers, raccoons, and rogues. Alright. House. Well, also go around this way. Let's move in here. Just feel like hunting around. Cooking pot does shackle. Ah, okay. So she has to be able to move a fair distance to get into Grey Plain. Okay. So she's hidden now. We get another turn. Without any... Oh, okay. Senric still gets to do one more thing. Now we can move around some more. Another room up that way. Something there. Aha! I am going to guard the door. Restless fire is unleashed onto a nearby tile, burning where it lands and dealing half damage to units it passes through. Let's put some fire in the door. And our melee fighters get interfused blaze from that. Norer. Prepare to flank. Renvi. Sneak in here and get Spirit Blade. Don't think you've got a line on anything. Any of those spots. Oh, no, we've got it on the row here. Okay, stunt, poison, damage dealt. Can't even get through the fire. That was beautiful. It burned in the fire, got knocked out of the fire, and then got burned by the fire again when it walked back through it. That's amazing. Okay. Renvi, that was awesome. You get to go back into Grey Plain. Winghen, open the door. Senric, you're already interfused with that. Maybe take... Don't have line of sight to anything out there yet, actually. So let's move in here. Get line of sight to something out here. Can't do anything with it, really. Okay, well, let's just be done then. Winghen. Guard the door. And Nor. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Sinric. Okay, let's try. Try pinning you. Winghen, you can jump jolt the Geist. Renvi. Crawling Moss, can't get both of them. Let's just shoot then. And Norer can run forward and attack, but let's prepare to flank over here. Let's guard the door. Okay, let's not have Nora go first. Let's have Winghen go first. Run in here. That'll be more damage if he slams this. And dead. Excellent. Sunric. Need to be in there to interfuse with anything there. As we go in here, interfuse with Trough. Scalding rain. Boiling liquid burns away armor and gnaws at the enemy's flesh. Bucket does the same thing. Interfuse with the bucket. Scalding rain on the raccoon. Nice. Nora Greatster is now a Bloodhorn warrior. You get an upgrade to Backslam. Knock the target into another enemy to displace it. Deal half damage. And hobble both enemies. Seems like it requires really good placement to work. We could go with Untouchable. When Nora gets a kill, the next attack against him within one turn will miss. Shield Shear. Once every other turn, as a swift action, Nora shreds 2 of a foe's armor with his weapon. Aid. Once per combat, grant an adjacent target 3 temporary health and remove negative status effects. 3 plus potency. It'd actually be really nice to have someone on the team who can do some kind of healing effect. Let's go with that. Renvi less than 3 is now a Bloodhorn Hunter. Ooh, an upgrade to Quelling Moss. increase the poison effect. Through shot. Friendly fires a cleverly placed arrow that will pass through the first target and hit the next target in a line, dealing -1 damage to the second target. That sounds really good if placement is good. Sharpshooter, +1 damage and +1 ranged. Those no longer have a minimum range. That's just awesome. Or the wisdom bonus. Just go with sharpshooter. It always works. Sunseeder knee pad. Stunt chance of 6 +6. Well, Nora's the only one who isn't wearing anything. Everyone's got a stunt chance of 15. Let's go with that. Raccoon's stronger. Oh, boo. Okay, now we can investigate the extractory. Or we could secure the ironworks first. Sure, let's do it. We've spent 4 years adventuring now. Time for pie! 3 ingots. Welder's scarf for help. Minhen's already got one. Well, let's bring up the one who's most behind. Alright, let's get this extractory. This is the final fight of the chapter. When this fight is over, the chapter will end. Make sure you're ready. Okay? Well, let's think about this then. Let's just gather at this next door place first. Nothing special going on. Okay, well, we've been pretty thorough about everything else, so let's go. What on earth does ready mean? That's a big question, isn't it? I guess if we had done things like not secure places, then we'd want to go around and do that first. And there'll probably be more time pressure in later chapters so that we might not always want to hang around and secure places. So maybe if I hadn't been so thorough in securing everything first, I probably would want to do that first. None of us knew what had changed the beast who roamed our wilds. We knew something lived inside them. Blue burning hate that frenzied them, then left them still. A stone sentence, worse and more deadly than any venom. Today we would finally find out where it came from, and why it wouldn't stop. Well, Hanlep Extractory looks mostly intact. Maybe the rumors aren't true? Oh, please. This is a role-playing game. The rumors are always true. I don't see where you get that idea. Nothing feels safe. He's still got his frying pan after all this time. Personally, I'm done expecting things to go smoothly. Yeah, I'm with you. Their approach to the town of Hanlep Extractory is completely silent. Explore the town. All right. Kind of sneaky. You might as well. Interfuse with something around the corner. Something that'll give us more vision. Illuminate. Light from a distance. Lit lamps are useful for other interfusion abilities. Sure. Winhen. Have you look in the house. Or back them up. Sunray. Stay with the group. It's dark in here. Doesn't seem to be anything useful in there, though. Okay, so let's have you circle around. Or come around this way. Maybe you're sneaky. Got light in those places. Nothing yet. Alright. And around in front. Injo Higgs. Petrified. Beyond our help now. More. Grinvy. You're stealthy. I don't mind sending you out ahead. Statues everywhere. We shouldn't be here. We need to leave. Abominable. And how many more are there? There's tracks. They go up to that barn door. Too many buildings around. No idea what could be waiting for us. And whatever did this could still be inside. Okay, now we've got Raccoon, Geist, Bogmore, and a Rager. Defeat the ambush and check out the barn. Okay. Well, we've got stuff coming from this way. Renvy. Come back this way. Don't see anything else out around there yet, so... Get on back this way. I don't need to attack scenery. We can steal fire. Select the source here and select the focus here where the Geist will have to come through. Winhen. Come defend people. Ignorer. Yeah, you'd be here and guard the place. Block, dodge, excellent tanking. Well done. The fire seems to be gone. Winhen, in order for us to be able to flank, how about you move around this way? And Norer, what are you currently using? You should be using... Yeah, you're using your Falcon Orchid. So, you come over and flank this guy. Don't want to knock back this time. Okay, Brenvi. Ignore armor, 4 damage, down he goes. Not hidden anymore. Okay, Sunric. Let's interfuse with something useful nearby. And... oh, we can light this lamp again. Cool. And let's withdraw from the fireplace, because it doesn't look like anything's in there. Guess we could steal fire from it, but... okay, Winhen. I know there's something up that way. Or... come up this way too. Renvi, let's get you into Grey Plane again. It's hidden. And Sunric. Nice to get you in range of those things. Move up just a little bit. This isn't the best idea. Interfuse with something up there? No. Okay, let's have you stay back there. Let's have you move instead and be protected. Leaving corrupted land. What happened up there? Maybe he's breaking stuff. Alright. Winhen. You've got improved range. So you come here, and then you can slam from a slight distance. That was cool. Nor you're gonna have a hard time flanking under those conditions, though. So let's have you just move up here, wall with Windhen, and just be ready to fight back. Renvi, let's sneak up here and shoot it. Okay, that went well. Sunric, move up this way. Interfuse with this rope. Give us a line of sight out that way. Let's not withdraw from that yet. Move up just a little farther. Okay, something hiding in the house. Let's see. Windhen. Be within range for jump jolt there. I think so. No, but you are able to guard the place. Nor in similar position. Silk step again. Out of the stone heron and into this statue. Be able to use it soon. We can only use Viscous to attack scenery right now. That's not useful. Ouch! Sunric. Actually, let's have someone else do something first. Windhen. Make the most of our flanking. Slam. Aw. Strike this thing. A little damage, but whoa! 12 damage against that thing. Crazy. Alright. Brenvi, you're sneaky. So come on out. Sunric, come on out too. Here comes this thing. I don't think there's anything else in there. Okay. Windhen, let's get you. Can't get Spirit Blade. We're a little too far away, but at least we can have you make a wall. Nor, you're in a slightly better position for that. Renvi, being all sneaky, can shoot this thing. Five damage. All right, and Sunric. Constrict or Discus? Will Discus be able to hit it? Doesn't look like it. How about Constrict? Yes. That's got him. Okay, we should still check out the barn. Okay, looks like he withdraws from things if he walks too far away. Okay, Winhen. Come on up. Let's just keep everybody moving forward. The door. Gorgon. Shimmering fluidly, its silent, slithering approach fascinates the mind as it haunts the heart. And row. And we gotta kill the Gorgon, alright? Guard the place. Now Sunric. Up here. Nor grant an adjacent target 4 temporary health and remove negative status effects. Let's see what this does. Okay, so he's got some extra health there. Now let's move you. Winhen. Renvi. Get you up this far. You're still sneaky. Can't shoot anything from there. Sunric. Interfuse with some nearby stuff. Furnace gives us sight inside the barn. Alright. Well, let's see what Sunric can do. Blind the row. I'm not sure that'll be terribly useful. Yeah, that just died. Alright, but let's see if Brenvi can get a good angle on that Gorgon. Okay. pretty good. And Norer. Let's just put you here. And guard against foes. Pinning toxin. Okay, he's pinned. Nourished by corrupted land. Sunrick. Okay, blind the Gorgon. Excellent. Slam the Gorgon. Backslam it. And Brenvi. Move you over here first, then you'll have a better shot. And it's down. Found a necklace of divinity with bonus warding. Who needs warding? We'll go with Winhen, I guess. A necklace with a colored carved stone. Cool. Cendric Hamisfood is now a Bluehorn Mystic. Well done. You can also get Aid. You can get Earth Scribe. Allies may wall with interfused objects. That is cool, because we're already making good use of being next to interfused objects. Stone grants extra armor warding and temporary health. If we get extra interfusing effects. Or Bard reduces the cost of recruit jobs by 1. +5 stunt to all heroes in the party. I feel like that's something that could be secretly kind of awesome, which makes perfect sense for a Bard. Let's go with that just because it's hilarious. That could have gone worse. Yes, but it's certainly not your standard plow mule. The hulking carcass steams from its many wounds. Hideous convulsions course along its appendages to the extremities of its body. Then... twitches? Swipe! Oh no! No! The thing's tremendous tail flicks across the barn. It plucks up Winhen like he's a straw doll, his weapons falling uselessly from his hands as it pulls him in. Winhen, don't panic! A voice leaks from Winhen's mouth. It's a wrong voice, weird and discordant, like someone fretting and plucking a fiddle who's never picked one up. Still yourselves, bone stacks. This one speaks my words. I can make it die. You are not alike to us. Weak lungs and small minds, stacks of splintering bones, thin blood that will so readily betray you. Why flail for your lives? So noisy. You can survive this. Just put him down. You think I flail for life as you do? I am Gorgon. Master Ulstryx has promised us silence. Voice dissolves into a sound like rain, or distant waves. Wriggling grips tighten. A tentacle invades Winhen's ear. Stop! Nora leaps forward, lifting a nearby pitchfork and hurling it with thunderous force. Stop, I said! Flies and... Sah! The tines of the fork sink into the beast's neck. Winhen falls free of its tendrils. Gah! As Brenvi and Sunric rush over to make certain of the Gorgon's demise, Nora supports Winhen, helping him to stand. You're here, Winhen. You're all right. A strange, stony affliction spreads from Winhen's ear. Winhen? Not sure it's the strangest thing that's happened to him on this trip. This isn't over. Looks like an ambidextrous sprite there. Switch sides. I saw its mind. This stone was in its claws. Winhen takes the stone from Brenvi's palm, turning it in front of his eyes, catching slender sunbeams that slice the barn wall. The strange polyhedral stone is slick with Gorgon blood. Epicryst. Yeah, ambidextrous sprites, basically just lazily flipped graphics, are a staple of video games, so I'm not terribly surprised. Each face is graven with an intricate image. The word in the Gorgon's head was Epicryst. This town, Hanlip Extractory, these petrified people, even this monster. Keys thrown at the wall. Meaningless. The Epicryst glistens, sticky and blue. The Gorgons have a master. Ulstryx, it's called. It's looking for something, some myth or secret. I think the riddle is in this stone. I think we have to find out what Ulstryx wants. And make sure he doesn't get it. Winhen gets minus to charisma, lots to loner. Nora gets plus 10 retirement age. Alright. Okay. We have 9 legacy points. We have lots of heartwoods, hides, ingots, and fabrics, and loads of spell threads. Victory, we have 8 safe tiles, 1 town, 0 infested tiles or lurking threats remaining, 10 years of peace follow. That was chapter 1. Neat. The victory has undermined the enemy's plans. They've been weakened. Okay, so... Oh, Corrupt Path gets taken off the row. That's nice. During the years of peace, Nora tended his mystic seed until one day it sprouted. Well, maybe sprouted wasn't the right word. It burst up in a shower of dirt, producing small, fond noises. Do ladies fawn over sparkling-eyed pine cones? Well, I'm sure they'll love you. Its growth would be incredibly slow, but perhaps endless? It's a Pikmin. The Gorgon's mark grew and crusted over to cover one side of Winhen's face. It would be a grim reminder of the encounter that day in the Hanlop Extractory barn. I am Groot. Yeah, could be that. On her more civilized days, Brenvi would drop into town for gossip and tool repairs. But on the whole, she felt clear-headed only among wilder kin. In the long and taskless days, Nora learned smithcraft. It didn't come easy to him, but it gave him a private way to hammer out his history. Triumphs, terrors, and regrets. Fragments of himself he beat into the metal. Those who came to watch and later to wield his work felt safe, thumbing the charms graven in the hafts and hilts. Heavy. I like her hair. Transformations. Advance Winhen's transformation to Storm Leg. Oh, okay. So I can upgrade this. So -5 to block, but get Thunder Stomp. Once per turn as a swift action, stomps the ground with a small chance to stun enemies within range. Chance increases with stunt chance, which we just buffed. Range 1.6 plus 1/3 potency, plus 1 if both legs. Huh. Okay. He hasn't had to spend a whole lot of turns actually adjacent to anything. But it's kind of too cool not to do. This is current block. $57. Okay. So we're definitely taking a hit, but not a crazy hit, and we've still got a lot of dodge. So sure, let's do it. Advanced Sunrix transformation. Gem leg, minus to speed, plus to block. I kind of like this. He doesn't spend much time in melee. Doesn't need to move too much. Okay, and gear upgrades. So now that we've finished a chapter, we can upgrade some stuff. And we've got all these things. We've got 9 ingots, 5 heartwood, 6 hides, and 6 fabrics. I'm glad I went for the combo there. 10 spell threads, and 9 legacy points that we can use to work on making nicer stuff. Armbow. Winhen's still using his pan. That's so great. Frying pan. And I think he's not able to use two-handed weapons anymore because he's got a special hand now. Great sword be. Wouldn't have as much. Okay, well, this would be a sword. Let's see. Vile Omen. One-handed, tier 1. We don't have enough resources to make a better sword, but we can trade a legacy point for each missing resource. Interesting. More damage, more stunt damage, not as much knockback. Kind of liking the knockback. Frying pan counts as a mace. We could craft him an awesome one-handed mace. For 7 ingots, 2 heartwoods, and 2 hides. Okay, so this is one of these things where it'll be good to take a moment to write down all the costs of this stuff. So the second mace here, 7 ingots, 2 heartwoods, 2 hides. Takes a lot of metal. We might be able to make some other interesting stuff. We replace this bow. We've got some heartwoods. So for just 2 heartwoods and a hide, we can get her a better bow with a grim curve. I like that. We have 5 heartwoods total. Sunright Goddesses. Staff. 1 heartwood and 2 spell threads. Get him a nice staff. That's kind of nice. That would use up all our heartwood. Haven't committed to anything yet. How about in terms of clothing? Place with dusty drab, heather drab, ember gown, armor warding the spell damage, more warding and spell damage on this other one. Fabric and spell threads. Heather drab's got a lot of... Wouldn't be able to afford all the hides for that one, but it might be worth it to spend a legacy point on that. Okay, I kind of like that. So let's start spending some things. Let's get a really nice mace to replace this frying pan. Sorry, frying pan. The Sky Mulcher, a powerful mace. And yes, we are expected and encouraged, I suppose, to name these things. Let's see. Sky Mulcher is pretty nice. Into the fire. That's pretty good, actually. Sky Mulcher's pretty nice, though. Okay, let's call this. Let's give it a better description. Actually, no. Let's go for. Let's call it a kitchen implement in honor of the old frying pan. It's called the tenderizer. Awesome. Okay, he's using the tenderizer. Excellent. Now, Brenvi, let's get you that better bow. Right pride. Ooh. Nice one. Item description. Well, of course it's Hunter loot. My World of Warcraft heritage is showing. And let's go with the staff. Shade Crutch of Axenlend. That's cool. Heartwood, a couple spell threads. Well-made staff. Sure, let's go with that. And we've still got lots of fabric and a few hides. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm willing to trade a couple legacy points for the awesome one. I think we'll leave it. Ember Gown is pretty cool. Nice colors. Common design for clumsy and novice-level mystics who appreciate the fire-resistant properties of these treated fabrics for the accident-riddled pursuit of their work. Embergown roads tend toward the simple. More spell damage is good, though. Okay, we've used up most of our stuff at this point. These offhand things. More stuff we can make. So Winhen can't use an offhand item because, again, special hand. Make something from horror. Poison. Apply to your weapon as an action. Applies a poison to your weapon, it will be delivered by your next attack. Take true damage at the start of their turns. Usable twice per mission as a swift action. Throw net. Pin the foe for 2 turns. Kinda like the poison. I don't know, what else can we get from people? Okay, people tend to have access to the same stuff. Except people who are in a position to use shields. These all have the same stats, they just look different. That's cool looking. Let's spend a legacy point for it. Sure, let's... Well, Norik's got his thing. Maybe we could recruit some more people next time. Got more spell thread. Brawl Guard. Much higher stunt chance. That's impressive. Sure, let's get him some of that. Little more than a combat harness with studs over the vital bits, this traditional brawler set is intimidating but also freeing, allowing the warrior to become an elusive terror. Sure. Alright, well that's looking pretty good. Maybe... Alright, let's go with that. Sunric volunteered his free days to deciphering the Epicryst. If this is true... It hasn't always gone smoothly, and progress has mostly dripped along. The meanings of the weird stone have remained inscrutable for years. But today, something in his research slides into place. There's history here. And he can now guess where their enemies might be. It explains why we've had a few years of relative peace. You see what I mean? Here, imagine you're trying to raise an army. What's the first thing you'll do? Raise an army? Right, an army, out of just normal folks. I suppose I'd make them fear me in some way. Is that the right answer? A symbol. You'd want a symbol to rally support, wouldn't you? Especially if your people are ancients and set in their ways. So you're saying our Ulstryx, our master of Gorgons, needs this thing. What is it? Some kind of divine spear? As a symbol to help convince the other Gorgons to follow it? Yes, that's what I believe. Why does it need to do that? Why does it need the spear, or why does it need the support of others like it? What is Ulstryx? All interesting questions. What I know is what I learned from the stone in our meager archive. I was able to find other records of epicrysts, rubbings. That was my first clue. An epicryst is like an ancient storytelling device. A way for telling a time-honored myth, but maybe in a different order or fashion. That's what I think. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting swept up. I checked the story elements here against some of our older legends. You know that tall tale? Kind of a poem or a song in some places? Queen of the Seas? No, but get to the point. Our stone tells almost the same story. Almost. And according to our version, the spear was laid to rest in a named cavern. It's on one of our maps. So that gives us an advantage, right? We know where it is. But they've got a pretty big head start, so... I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but Gorgon sightings are picking up again. Now seems like a good time for us to get started. We've all changed, remember? All the havoc those things caused, and we couldn't stop them. But we're ready this time, aren't we? We've learned to live with that fear. We've learned to live with fear. Let's teach them what we know. Shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. Okay, so now this is chapter 2. And it's also about the end of stream time. So, let's say. Save. Okay, we've got auto save. Okay, this is not an autosave, so there we go. Overwrite this save and add a note. Yes, I would like a label. End of stream 1. Okay, so now if I see the list, end of stream 1. Yes, excellent. Okay. Then you've got all those other things, achievements. I saw something tick earlier. Me and my familiar, get a pet. Okay. Alright. Well, that was cool. Nice to share the story with the rest of you. And next time, we can come back to chapter 2. So, I'll take you all out to the stream over screen. There we go. And let's see who there is to raid. No one I know at the moment. So, I guess I will just leave that for now. So, we'll should be back as usual next weekend. And then we'll have a break for a week because I've got other stuff going on. But I will announce that later. So, I will see you all next week. Thanks for joining me.